Hello, hello, hello. We
Good
are here,
evening.
we are back, and welcome to our very festive Christmassy live. Right before Christmas. We've never done it this late and this close to Christmas before. We're a bit behind this year. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. I'm sure you're all very super busy with all of your Christmas preparations. So thank you for spending time with us on this lovely Sunday evening. I was going to say Friday then. It's Sunday. It feels like a Friday because every day now it's that point where you don't know what day it is. It's like, and it's going to be between Christmas and New Year, and it's just going to get even worse.
Before we start yapping on too much, can you hear us okay?
Oh yeah. Just
Just
let us know.
if we can get some thumbs up.
Yes or a thumbs up, that'd be great. Yeah, and basically what's going to happen today then is we're going to give you a bit of a run through our Queen Victoria cruise.
Yeah.
We're also going to talk about our trip down to Falmouth, down to A&P. We're going to talk about the Balmoral and what we got to see. Yeah, that was interesting. Then what we're going to do is I've had a few messages come through asking us, are we doing a Christmas video this year? Are we going around our house and all that lot? If I'm honest, the decorations don't really change year on year. I keep them the same. But what we're going to do is we're going to, hopefully, fingers crossed, if we can do it, we're going to go around the house. And that way, if
as long as technology works.
Yeah. If it works, then you can ask questions and stuff. Because that's something somebody said before, like you can type comments and all, but it's, you don't always see everything, do you? So, yeah, questions. We can answer them there and then. So yeah, so we'll begin up with what we're going to start off with.
Well, what I'll do is if you open some prosecco,
okay.
I'll just see who we've got in the chat and just say hello to people quickly.
You can tell it's Christmas, can't you? Look, it's Sunday evening and we're opening a bottle.
Yeah, well, that one was one I found in the freezer, by the way. So it might not go
this might be flat because what happened was we were in a bit of a rush. Yes, we had a party with our friends and we had a little buffet. And yeah, you know what it's like. Oh, we need to shove one in the freezer. It'll cool down faster. I've only got one in the fridge, and we shoved this poor bad boy in the freezer, and it completely froze.
Yes. So good evening, Ken goes cruising. One of the mods in here. Thank you for being here.
Ready.
Good evening, Jerry and Diane.
Always a lot of pressure.
Good evening,
no.
Tony. It's flat, I'd say.
No, it's still all right.
Good evening, Angie and Dave, or Angie and Dave. Good evening, Naomi does cruising. Russell, Graham and Clay have made it. Good to see you've made it. Thank you very much. Cheers. That one. Chrissy, good evening. Deborah, good evening. Errol, good evening. Ian.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate this.
There's loads. Oh, and Anita's here. Anita from the bakery in Falmouth. We didn't get
we got the message late. Otherwise, we would have. And the sad thing is, we actually had a pasty.
Yes,
a Cornish fast.
From your competitors. Sorry,
yeah, I do apologise. I had the Christmas dinner pasty, which was nice. It was odd.
Yeah. So should we do a little cheers?
Cheers, everybody! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Cheers. I know it's bad etiquette. William Hanson would be appalled, but yeah, we like it.
If you're joining us tonight and you've got a drink, let us know what you're having as well.
Yeah.
Are you on teas and coffees, or
Prosecco?
Are you like us and not behaving?
A cheeky gin. Actually, I haven't had gin yet. I've been really good. Well, I say really good. I had lagers yesterday. Okay, anyway, so what are we going to start off with then?
So we'll start off
with
Queen
Victoria.
We'll start off with our Patreon questions first.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realise he did tell me you had questions.
Yes, I did tell you. So we got two.
Okay.
By the way, if you've got any questions as we go along, make sure you put a question in
because we can see it easier.
So the first question we've got from our patron, Sarah, is Sarah, did you manage to explore Falmouth during your recent trip?
Sort of. Well, what we did, it was a long way for us to go from Pembrokeshire down to Falmouth. It took basically about 6 hours. We did stop twice because it was so long. But yeah, basically, we decided we had obviously Fred Olsen invited us down, and we had one night included and a Christmas dinner, didn't we? Which was lovely. But we decided we were going to add an additional night on ourselves. We did actually book the following night. We didn't have to change rooms or anything. They let us keep the same room and everything. That was lovely, awesome. When we arrived, we did have a smidge of an issue. We couldn't get in. There was something wrong with the lock on the first room. We unpacked everything, and then they come and said, we're going to move you to another room. As it happened, we had a better room. It was like an ocean view overlooking the harbour. It was absolutely lovely.
What was it? Greenbank Hotel.
Greenbank Hotel. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it actually. So yeah, we stayed an extra night, which allowed us to, once we'd done our visit around Balmoral and the dry dock, we went for a little walk. We did go through town. We went to a couple of bars. Didn't we? Had a few drinks. Went to the Irish bar. Went to Wetherspoons.
We ended up in the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, went to for a Chinese.
Yes.
I can't remember what school was it called?
Ming's
Garden
I wanna
or
say.
something. I want to say something like that.
Yeah.
It was nice, but we enjoyed it.
Yeah. To be fair, we were back at the hotel and in bed by probably about 10:30.
The thing is, though, again, we didn't have a late night because we'd have to drive home the following day, and that was another 6 hours return. So, but from what we saw, we really, really liked Falmouth. And in fact, I'd go as far as saying, if ever we did a cruise that was around the UK, I'd want to make sure that was actually on my itinerary, because I'd like to get off there again. It was really enjoyable. It was a lovely little place, actually.
We'll probably
it did remind us a lot of actually where we live. We said that all the way down. There's a lot of similarities, isn't it? It's nice.
We'll probably talk more about Falmouth when we talk about our visit.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you probably just said everything you were going to say now. That's fine. And then the other question we've got is from Ian and Roxy. So they were on board Queen Mary 2 recently.
Right.
And one of them picked up the dreaded norovirus.
Right.
So the question was, it wouldn't give me enough space to put it on the screen. So I'll read it out to you what the question actually was.
Right.
So it was, who do you think has the greater responsibility? Cruise lines ensuring passengers have available use of hand wash in public areas, or passengers themselves to ensure that they hand wash?
It's 50-50 really, as long as the cruise lines providing. I mean, they've got the responsibility to provide hand sanitizing apparatus, cleaning. As long as that's all working, then people have responsibility for themselves.
Unfortunately, in most cases, you'll always find hand gel around. Sometimes we have been places in the hand. We've been known to tell staff there's no hand gel and they sort it out.
We've done it. It does annoy me sometimes when you leave, like you go out of a bathroom and you open the door with a tissue and there's not been outside. That does really annoy me. That does, but it's not happened too often. But yeah, I'd say it's people have as much responsibility for it as the cruise, and if everybody worked together, we'd all be better off. I mean, obviously, cruise lines do what they can, don't they? Regards like removing salt and pepper. I don't know if ever you've had this. If you're new to cruising, you may have thought, "Oh, why is there no salt and pepper on the table?" You know, they said we've got no. They remove it so obviously people don't keep holding it, and you're not holding it, and you're not touching your mouth. You don't spread it. That's where they do these things.
Unfortunately, everybody can wash their hands, or you need one person who doesn't. And if you've washed your hands, you're still going to pick it up.
And another thing I would recommend as well, and very often you will see me do it if you see me on a ship, you'll see me wiping my phone when I go into a buffet. Even if I've washed my hands before I go in, and sometimes they give you things, I will sometimes get an extra $1 per gel and I'll rub it all over my phone. Might not do the phone any good, and sometimes that's why the lens goes blurry, the picture's blurry.
It's probably really not good for your phone.
No, but the thing of it is, if you've been in the toilet or something, God knows what you've touched, a railing, a door handle, and you touch your phone and you're like this. Well, I mean, sorry, if you pick up your phone in the buffet and then you eat in, well, it's just as bad. You might as well lick a railing. But so always wash your phone down.
And there's a comment in there as well about the hand sanitizer and gel. Obviously, washing hands is the best thing you can do.
Hand washing with soap and hot water. It's good old fashioned, but it works.
And then if you use sanitizer and hand gel in between, make sure you use the cruise line one, because that does kill the viruses. And like most hand sanitizers you get from Tesco's and stuff, that won't kill it. You've got to use the one that does kill the viruses.
I think it's just
cruise lines use.
Obviously just using a bit of common sense, isn't it? And just
exactly. Anyhow, we'll move swiftly on for that one. We don't want to dwell negative. No.
Does anybody else have any questions then before we get into any more? We all good?
Well, I'm just going to look through the chat now, because we are a bit behind on that. So
I think we're okay. I can't see questions there. Just a second. Yeah. So then, on heading on from that, then we're going to talk about Queen Victoria, are we?
Yes, we can do.
Well, we went back on Queen Victoria, as you know. Very sorry, I still haven't made the videos. I am flat out at the moment. In fact, I'm flat out, but I'm very far behind. It's very difficult this time of year with everything going on. I am currently finalising the last of the Britannia from the group cruise. That will be finished. Hopefully that will go out as soon as possible. I'd like to be gone by Christmas. So if it's out tomorrow night or Christmas Eve, that would be great. I'm going to edge more towards Christmas Eve, though, I'm afraid. So I've got to basically finish putting the music to it, and I've got to write a voiceover and do the voiceover. Then after that, I shall be doing the Falmouth video, because I want to get that out of the way. And then, of course, we have an announcement. We are going on a cruise. We're going away, so then I'll have to do Queen Victoria in the new year. Might have to do it after this mystery cruise. Mystery cruise, top secret. But it's coming. Anyway, we had a really enjoyable time on Queen Victoria.
It was really good.
It was lovely. The ship was decorated. It was so festive. It was, if you've seen our videos from last year, not much had changed. It was just really, really lovely, wasn't it? I will say it wasn't as festive as last year, though. Regards atmosphere, they didn't have as much in the way of like the violinists and all weren't playing Christmas songs all the time. Very rarely, might have been every 20 songs.
Yeah, there wasn't a huge amount of Christmas music.
Yeah, very sparse. There was no mince pies. Didn't see a single mince pie on the ship. And the biggest thing for me was when we went to the Winter Garden. Last year they had a festive cocktail menu, and there was some lovely cocktails that wasn't on there when we were on there, which was a shame. But you know, I mean, we still enjoyed it. We had a really, really good time. The ship was decorated, as I said. It was all festive in that regards. Yeah, it was just unfortunate those other little bits were lacking, and it was actually sold as a festive cruise. I think that's what's annoyed me more. If it was just a normal cruise and there was no specific mention of it being festive, but it did actually say on their website that it was a festive cruise meant to be Christmas markets. And Belgium was amazing.
Yeah, we really enjoyed Belgium, didn't we?
But Cherbourg, there wasn't a Christmas market there.
I think we were about a week or two too early.
I think it was starting the weekend after we were there. I think, was it like Wednesday or Thursday we were there, and the Christmas market wasn't starting until like the Saturday after. So it was like they just missed the mark. Something went wrong, which was a shame. But yeah, we had a really good time. We went with our friend Ben, and he'd never been on Cunard before. So for us, it was nice to have that whole fresh perspective, because he was like, "Wow, looking at this, looking at that."
It was nice to have that. It gave us first Cunard cruiser experience through living it through somebody else.
He's only ever been on Arcadia, and obviously, to be fair, she's pretty much sister ship really to Queen Victoria and Elizabeth. So yeah, when you look at it like that, he made a direct comparison. I think he really enjoyed it, which was great. I mean, we really love Cunard. If you've never tried Cunard and you're worried that it's super formal and super stuffy, it's not. It's just nice to dress up. You don't have to dress up super over the top all the time. No. You can get away now with just wearing a shirt. You don't need to wear a full suit every night.
To be fair, I think Cunard's our go-to cruise line. If we could only do one cruise line, which we can't do,
they're hitting the right balance. I think. I mean, P&O are nice. But Cunard at the moment, because they've sort of relaxed things a little bit, they've now become what P&O was, I'd say. But the service and all still slightly, I'd say, better. Although saying that, on this cruise, we did struggle. Drinks were a bit slow.
Then we heard on the cruise afterwards that wasn't a problem.
This is the thing with cruising as well.
But I'm starting to wonder whether they had less staff on for our cruise to try and...
Because the drinks package.
Because they knew more people had the drinks package, probably, because it was a short cruise. So were they trying to, slow the drinking down so that they didn't have to spend as much money? Maybe. Who knows? We have got a question. It's from Jerry.
Oh, Jerry.
Any plans for a 2025 group cruise?
Well, it's hard to say. I've got to be honest. What we're doing this year is a bit different than usual. We normally plan a cruise in advance. And what I'm finding, this is probably what you've seen if you watch our channel, you're probably figuring, why is he so behind with his videos? What's happened is I'm behind my videos, and I hate it when I like to finish a series off and then go on a cruise, all fresh, completely clear, come home, nice wiped phone, start from scratch. The last couple of cruises, I am literally not even finished the cruise I'm doing, and then I'm on another cruise or another visit. I mean, honestly, if it's actually quite stressful, to be honest. So what we decided to do was leave it to last minute. However, we've already fallen flat on our face because I haven't finished my videos, and we're going on a cruise in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, as regards to group cruise, I don't know next year. I'm not sure. I think it's hard to say. Never say never. We were thinking about it. We'll have to see what comes up. I want it to work. This time, I think we're going to do it slightly different. I think we're going to choose the cruise. The last two we've done, we've actually put it to people to vote. And this next one, we're just going to choose one.
Yeah, I think we'll.
I'm not sure what I'm thinking of doing as regards like duration, if it'll be like a short cruise, if it'll be a longer cruise. It'll probably, if I did another group cruise, I'd definitely go from Southampton.
Yeah.
I think that
works. A lot of the feedback we had was Southampton
definitely works, because if you like flying and it's not a problem for you, you'll go on a cruise from Southampton because it's not a problem at all. If you're afraid of flying, though, you'll go on from Southampton and you'll be happier. So, I mean, for us, we don't mind it. So I haven't planned anything. We did have a couple of ideas knocking around, didn't we? When we came off the cruise, we had a few ideas.
And then we realised we looked at the wrong year.
That was a shame, which really, really threw a spanner in it. I don't know how I'd done it. We must have just been looking at so many of these cruises and it just went wrong. the dates didn't line up properly. Yeah, we will keep you posted.
I'll keep you posted
as soon as we come up with something. I mean, I'd like to give people enough time in advance and like notice.
Might roll in the 26th at this rate.
The other thing as well is so many other YouTubers are doing their own group cruises, and I'm quite conscious that people are going on their cruises as well. And I'm a bit scared to maybe throw up a group cruise if money might be a bit tight and stuff. So we'll see, and availability as well. So we'll have to see. So obviously people have holidays as well, don't they?
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah. So we should see. So hopefully we'll let you know as soon as we know. Yeah, nothing planned as of yet.
Got another question here, Luke. So going on Britannia in April, you know, twice and love it. Are they much different?
If you like Iona, you're going to love Avia. If out of the two,
Britannia.
Britannia. What was it? Going on Britannia. Oh, right. Sorry.
The ship itself is different because it's a completely different class of ship.
Yeah, but it still feels the same. It's just how would I put it? Iona is like a scaled up version of Britannia with the addition of like Keel and Cow. Yeah. And there was
there's not as many specialty restaurants as it.
But everything else, it's still got Sindhu, still got Epicurean, still got a Glass House. It's got those staple kind of P&O.
What you'll find with Britannia as well is they'll probably have 2 formal nights during the 7-night cruise. Yeah. Whereas on Iona and Avia, P&O only do the 1 for the week.
But for me personally, I prefer it when there's 2 because it means I don't have to think about what I'm like. I don't have to plan an outfit. I know it's just put a tux on. Maybe you just wear a clean shirt and a different shirt. So I prefer. But no, I think actually over the 2, I mean, I like the layout of Iona and Avia and stuff, but Britannia I think is about the right size for us. It's big enough, but it's not too big. I mean,
there's plenty of entertainment.
I'm edging towards when I go on Iona or Avia, I think I need about a fortnight. I mean, luckily enough, we've been on them before now, so if we went on for a week, we wouldn't feel like we missed out. But if you were going on it for the first time, I think you'd need 2 weeks really to do Iona or Avia. Whereas Britannia, you can quite comfortably do everything in a week and enjoy it, and you can get on the ship quite quickly as well. It's a decent size, so I think you will enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. If you like a P&O product, you'll enjoy it.
And it's probably still quite lively as well. Whereas I say lively, even the older ships have a lot of life on them. It's just a different type of, the entertainment might be a bit geared towards the older demographic.
You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. So Deborah's asking when the next group cruise. We've already covered that one.
We will let you know. Maybe what we should do is we should put out a thing who's actually interested and just see how many we get, and if there's enough people for us to consider it, we'll consider it. Because like I said, I'm conscious that other people are doing cruises, and I don't want to step on each other's. And it's nice to give other people an opportunity as well. But we shall see. We shall see.
So, do you think you'll try Viking Ocean? They're so different from the big lines. Like, wow.
Well, if I'm honest, we would love to,
and we were going to.
We were.
Yes, we were invited back in 2018.
Very, very expensive. And at the moment, especially this year, I think we're going to lean towards our
budget
and cheerful kind of cruises this year, people. For this year, we will.
We'd love to try Viking.
I would.
And when I think we were invited to do a Tromsø to,
it was only like a 5.
It was like a 5 nights down from Norway. Unfortunately, we had a wedding, so we couldn't make that.
Yeah, we really couldn't cancel. You can't let someone down their wedding, so we had to go. But we were invited. That was years ago. When was that? Like
2018, I think.
2017, 2018? 2018, I think it was, yeah. Which was a shame, but we would definitely, never say never. If we can afford it, we'll go on one. I mean, we have looked at cruise lines before that are more premium and just thought to ourselves, look, if we can go on maybe a mini cruise, we will give it a go. It's like for us, cruise lines like Ambassador, they're quite cheap and cheerful, aren't they? But the problem I have with them is they'll very often do these shorter, because I'm a bit apprehensive about going on them for a long period. I want to just try them out first, so I'd do a mini cruise. But they seem to be doing these divvy little cruises that go from like Liverpool to like Bristol, or Bristol to, is it Tilbury, wherever they go, and then they go to Newcastle. I just want a small cruise that goes round trip from Bristol would be perfect. But it's just finding all of that, isn't it?
Tina's asking how many cruises have we got planned in 2025. So
at the moment, 2, isn't it?
At the moment, 2. We've had to use we've kind of got placeholders, haven't we? But we've got one booked in January. Yeah. That was only booked recently in the last week or so.
Yeah. And we're keeping it top secret.
Yes.
It's it'd be
you'll have to guess on the day where we're going. We're going to give you some
Yes,
clues of where
definitely.
we're going.
That could be fun. Yeah, we'll do that. Yes. So I think from what the feedback we've had of people, the questions we've had of people, they'd be really interested to know, to get our thoughts on this cruise line and our experience. It's completely new for us, which is kind of refreshing. I'm quite excited actually to try something new, because obviously we've been quite heavily P&O'd at the moment, and we do cruise them quite a lot, and Cunard. So this year we might take a little step back.
Try something different.
I'm still dying to get back on Queen Marie too. Because it's not. Well, last week when I was talking to Stephen Payne, it's not until I was talking to him I realised how long it had been since we've been on Queen Marie 2. It's been like 7 years, which is shocking. Is it 7 years? No.
Yeah, 6 years.
Yeah, wow.
6 years.
It's when I was talking to him and I realised.
Count my fingers then.
I thought that's bad, really bad, because that's like one of our favourite ships.
So Luke was very pleased last week when we were down in Falmouth. Stephen Payne, who's the designer of Queen Marie,
the naval architect of Queen Marie,
yeah. He was part of the group as well. So Luke was in his element. Yeah. He was proper geeking out, weren't you?
Well, I was starstruck at this, and then it's like funny because all this time there's loads of questions you'd like to ask somebody, and when you're actually there in front of them, I was starstruck and I didn't know what to say to him, and it's like it wasn't short enough that you were just in passing, because he was there for like the whole day. He was basically walking around the ship with us. It was the whole time, so I was sort of like dropping in like little bits of conversation, but it's difficult because I didn't want to talk about Queen Marie 2 because we were there for Fred, but I really wanted to talk to him about Queen Marie 2.
We'll take a couple more questions, then we'll just quickly say what we did with Fred.
We'll go on to that,
we're getting towards half past when you want to do the house tour.
The Christmas house.
There's a question here on, have you cruised with MSC? What do you think? So we've done quite a few cruises with MSC. We've done Preziosa 2017. We did Bellissima 2018. We did 2019. Sorry. Seaside we did in 2020, just before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Virtuoso we've done 4 times now, I think. Mini cruises.
Technically like 3 cruises, but one of them was back to back, wasn't it?
So yeah, they are. We like MSC. They're very lively ships. The ships are really pretty, really shiny, pretty ships. The food can be hit and miss.
In fairness,
we always find it all right.
In fairness, if you're considering something like Virtuosa, who has been predominantly based in the UK, the food on there is definitely catered more towards British now. As in, when we first went on MSC, you'd find funny little things like you'd have cheese. What was it, like that mozzarella with like a sun-dried tomato? It
was very Mediterranean.
Very Mediterranean, European kind of based food. Whereas now you'll go on there, you'll find something a bit more substantial, like a nice hearty soup, or like a prawn cocktail or something. It'd be a bit more to our sort of taste.
And the same goes
chips and things.
And the same goes for cruising out the US. So Seaside was more geared towards American taste,
because they had corn dogs, which is quite funny. Because I went around Miami looking for a corn dog, couldn't find one. Went on the ship. The first thing I found at the buffet was a corn dog. But then every American that I ever spoke to said, that's appalling. You can't do that. And then Bob and Holly from Instance Abroad, they actually sent us a corn dog mix.
That was in lockdown, wasn't it?
In lockdown, and we made the corn dogs in lockdown. It's in one of our videos. If you go back to our chat up in the lockdown, we went to chill with Manor, you will see we made the corn dogs.
Hopefully, you'll if you've got one booked, you like it. If you've got any questions, pop over to our Facebook group, Cruise Monkeys Crew. Ask in there, and everybody can kind of pitch in then and give their opinions as well.
Jerry says group cruise Queen Marie 2 sorted. That'd be quite nice.
Would be, wouldn't it?
See, the thing is as well, with saying that about group cruises, I get the impression sometimes people are afraid to try Cunard. There is that whole thing with how stuffy it can be. Maybe if we went on there as a group, we'd not break people, and we'd make it more comfortable.
Ken's going to give video thumbs up. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Helps others find it as well. And then make sure you subscribe to us. Be really good. So what are we doing? There's a question here. Booked P&O. Right. Booked P&O Caribbean on Avia. Seen lots of issues with luggage being broken into at Barbados. Do you have any issues, or is it blown out of proportion? We've seen this on the Facebook groups.
First I've heard about it.
So what people are saying is their luggage is being tampered with while it's going between the ship and arriving back in the UK.
From Barbados to the UK?
Yeah, so apparently it's a Barbados airport thing. Right. Normal thing. Any watches and valuable jewellery, make sure you've got it on you anyway. And we always padlock our stuff.
We
didn't have issues when we did it. To be fair, we've touched wood, only lost a case.
We've had cases go like lost and like literally go to a different port, different time. We've had to catch. Well, it's had to catch us up. We've had that in the past. And the only person that's ever broken into one of our cases was us when Gavin lost the keys and I had to cut it open. But no, we've been very lucky. When we went, we did go 2 years ago now. We didn't have any issues regards luggage. And it's kind of a shame because if obviously P&O, the only way they could really deal with that is say, right, okay, we're not letting the cases go off on their own. People are going to have to physically carry them like they usually do.
They've got the security and
stuff. Yeah, I know. But if they make people, it's going to ruin the experience because that's one of the things we loved. Going on Celebrity and then going on P&O, the experience was worlds apart. P&O had it sussed like the whole just fly in, get into the ship, being straight off the plane and going straight to the room was brilliant. I don't know what I was going to say then because you keep pointing at the time. Just don't do that. That's rude. No, but that's silly now. I was going to say something constructive.
The other thing is, remember, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people are flying back from Barbados. And it is only the occasional one you've seen on Facebook.
That's things like reviews, isn't it? The bad reviews are the ones that the people actually write them. People, when you have a good experience, they don't often write about it.
Question for 24-25. What can we expect to pay for sailor fares on P&O for balcony cabin 14 days?
Usually, if it's about £100 a night, you're getting good value for money, is the general rule of thumb. And I still stand by that. And I know Emma Cruises, I think, says that as well, doesn't she? She says about £100 per person a night. So anything cheaper than that is a deal. However, you do tend to find that with a 40-night cruise especially, the value for money is better. Like if you go on a mini cruise, say it could be like you can go on a mini cruise for say £300-400 for like 2 or 3 nights, whereas you can go on a week cruise, especially on Iona, for like say £400 or £500, can't you? It's the same with the longer ones.
The thing with P&O is their prices are like that. So you might see a good price and then think that's really good, book it, and then a week later it might drop by a little bit.
And we are coming into wave season now as well. At the moment, you might see prices could be quite expensive, but when wave starts, they tend to go down in price.
Yes. If you are looking to book a cruise, that's good little segue there.
That's not what I was intending, but yeah.
If you are
shameless plug.
If you are looking to book a cruise, we do have a bit of a giveaway coming in January. So keep your eyes peeled on our socials for that, and put a quote through us, and
it doesn't cost you anything, but we'd appreciate all the same.
Yes. No obligation.
You never know; we might be able to beat prices.
So look, let's see another question somewhere. That's a difficult one.
What's been your best cruise of 2020? Well, without a doubt, for atmosphere and the people, it was certainly the group cruise. That was phenomenal. I really, really enjoyed that, and I really appreciate everyone taking the time to come with us. That was fantastic. However, as regards a cruise as such, that's difficult because Virgin was absolutely blown out of the water.
It is a really difficult one.
But Queen Anne was exceptional. I really enjoyed Queen Anne. I think I'm going to have to sit.
And then we had Aurora,
which
that was
we
fun.
love. No, I'm going to say actually for actual favourite cruise, I think Queen Anne. Because we were really lucky with the weather. The ship being as new as it was and a slight change from the other sisters in the Cunard fleet. It was refreshing. It was nice. I really did enjoy Queen Anne quite a lot, actually. Didn't enjoy the Harpin, but I enjoyed the cruise. That was before I went on the Lanzarote resorts.
Let's have a look.
What's this now? On Apex, Norwegian Fjords, just watch your Flam video. Can't wait after seeing you on the Flam Railway.
Yeah, brilliant.
Direct with Railway as prices on cruises, yes. Yeah. Also,
about half the price, wasn't it?
If you book direct, or you get to jump the queue, don't you?
Yeah.
If it's independently booked, there's actually, bear this in mind, because if you get off the ship, there could be an enormous queue and you think, oh God, I'm going to be here for ages. But if the cruise line has an excursion, there's like 50 to 100 people waiting.
On the rest.
So there's a sign for them. It says excursion. There's another little, like an arch. And on the other side, it says booked independently.
Yeah.
So when we were walking past them all, you could see people and you could hear them under their breath. I'm sure they thought because we were cruise monkeys and we were on YouTube, they thought we had some sort of special.
But no, we all booked it independently.
Booked it independently because we suggested to the group to book it independently, which they did. We all had the same. We all went through. So bear that in mind. That's if anyone's considering that excursion. Because that was bloody brilliant. That Ken's
trying to push the Ambassador 2026 Bristol return.
The problem
That's well too far.
I know, but again, see, it's 7 nights, so maybe I'll just have to bite the bullet and go for it. Maybe, but it is round trip, which does have a draw. Definitely has a draw there. But I would like to try a mini cruise just to see what it's like.
How many cruises have we been on? So we're around 40 cruises now.
No, it's more than 40, isn't it?
41 possibly.
Or is it 40 now? Possibly. I think it might be 40.
Let's have a look. We'll have to count.
It's hard to say because, like, I can't even count the ship's models and say that's the cruise because I've been on some of those ships, like we said, like Virtuosa 4 times, Britannia's probably about 4 times. Like, rain starting, people. Yeah.
Right. And we've got one question here, which is not cruise related. It's Christmas related.
What are we doing for Christmas? So for Christmas, we are having we had a party last night. So that's where we're a bit hungover today. We had a big party with some friends at our house. And then we're going to we'll have some drinks today. Christmas Eve, we'll go visiting and drop off some presents.
Christmas Eve
to run. That's Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, we are having dinner at home, just the two of us, because we're having goose.
Also more dropping presents off.
And we're going to go visiting in the morning and in the afternoon, and then we're going to come back and have dinner at late dinner time. It's going to be an evening Christmas dinner because we were being a bit crafty, a bit clever. We figured that normally when we have our dinner, we get really bloated, really tired, and once you've had a drink of wine or two, you can't drive anywhere. Once you've had, when I say drink or two, I mean a bottle or two of wine at dinner. You can't drive anywhere, so you're sort of sat at home and you get bored and you just fall asleep. So no, this year what we shall do is we'll do the visiting in the day. We shall come back, we shall have our dinner, and then if we get tired, we can just go to bed because it'll be late enough and we won't miss anything. We won't feel like we missed out. So that's Christmas Day. Boxing Day. Not a clue.
No, but I've just remembered I need to take the goose out.
Do
that tonight.
Then we have another party next Saturday with our family. We're going to do that. You have to do it right now.
I'm going to forget otherwise.
You're very rude.
I'm worried I'll forget.
To be engaged with people. So yeah, we're having a party on the Saturday with family, like an open house thing. And then New Year's Eve we're going to go to some friend's house, although we can't stay with them for the changing of the year because we have to come home for the puppy because they do where we live. There's the ships blow their horns and the fireworks. Sometimes down the marina they do fireworks. And Honey, she's not the worst for fireworks, but she's a bit like that. So I need to be home. We don't want her home alone with the fireworks because it's not very nice, is it? No. So we'll have to come home for the puppy. So it might be one of those things we get the train to Hartford and back, isn't it? So yes.
So on that then.
Someone did ask if we got any plans to go to Australia and New Zealand. Unfortunately, not.
No,
I'd love to. I don't think we can afford it this year, but we'd like to, most definitely.
So while we're talking Christmas, do you want to do your Christmas house tour now?
Could do. There's definitely no more questions.
There is more questions, but
do you want to we'll quickly whiz through them. We'll have to be really to the point with them. Let's see.
We want to do our Christmas house tour.
We're on a time crunch.
Right. Right.
So we've had best. What's your best cruises? We had that one.
Yeah.
We've had that one right now. What was it? You missed skipping them now. Would you stop going so fast, man? You can't read that. No wonder you miss stuff.
Hang on.
Right. You've gone past about 3.
Right. That question there. So
we've had that. God.
I'll give you the mouse and you can do it.
Would you prefer for your... Right. What would you prefer for your next Queen Marie 2? Transatlantic or European cruise? It depends. I would like to get a transatlantic in because it's the iconic... It's a bucket list trip to just do the transatlantic. Even though we've been on Queen Marie, I'd like to do that. However, I have seen that there are a couple of deals. I think this upcoming March and next year, there's a cruise that goes to, I want to say like Lisbon, the Bay of Biscay kind of area, and they're very reasonably priced. So I have considered them if we can't afford the transatlantic. However, we have got our eye on a transatlantic, haven't we? So
well, you have.
Well, I have, yeah, but it's not actually for next year. It's actually the year after. I've been never do it, but I've been going ahead. So we have got my eye on that. But I think I'd like to do transatlantic if I can.
I think I'd prefer to do
it. But if something comes up, it's cheap, cheerful little cruise, I'd do that. I wouldn't say no, never say never. But
favorite itinerary
at the moment, I don't know. I really enjoyed Dubrovnik. I really enjoyed.
I liked Iceland.
Iceland was really nice. But again, we do need to start venturing a bit further afield and mixing things up because we've very heavily
Norway.
I mean, as much as I love it and I highly recommend it, and I don't think you can ever get fed up of Norway, but we have done Norway quite a lot, so it'd be nice to do something a bit different now. But yeah, I did like the round trip Malta. That was nice.
That was lovely. That was
Caribbean. I love. It's very difficult to say what's my favorite because I've enjoyed them all.
It does depend on your mood. I think
it does.
Sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Deborah saying group cruise in 26 would be better for them. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to
Queen Victoria. I think you kind of mentioned that. It'll probably be in the new year now.
It's going to be in the new year now. It might not. to be honest, it might be better. We have already got videos though from last year, and the ship was dressed the same. The experience was very similar, just minus the drink, that menu, and a few bits and pieces.
So if you look up Cruise Monkeys Queen Victoria on YouTube, you'll get last year.
We even had the same room as well, so I didn't even bother doing a cabin tour. Essentially, we just whizzed around the room and said, "This is." We walked in like this is exactly the same as last year. So there's no point making another video. We'll just say watch the other one.
Best meal you've had on a cruise?
It was. We always say it is on Celebrity at the moment on the what was it, the steakhouse? That was absolutely lovely.
Favorite Christmas film? Muppets Christmas Carol.
I do like Muppets Christmas Carol. I also do like Home Alone. They're quite good. I like them, and I do like the Santa Claus films. They're lovely. Yeah, I like them.
How old is Honey?
She is 5. I should. Yeah,
there she is.
Can you see it?
Yes, she's there.
That's the cushion, Gav.
No, she's there. Look.
Oh no, it's the. Isn't that funny? Look at the head's keeled down. Look, but the cushion is.
Yes, she's there.
So she looks like a chicken. Right. Okay. So this is the puppy. She's fine, and she's 5.
Last question, and then we can do our house tour. Then.
Okay. What's this one here? Let me read the question. MSC World America thought I would like to try them. We were looking at Europa, weren't we, for a time? Yeah. Especially for me, I'd love to go to Dubai. I'd love to do that, and I'd love to go to the QE2 and stay there because we didn't get a chance to sail on here. That would something I'd love to do, but it does put me off that kind of area because of the human rights. And yeah, I'm a bit not too sure about it. As much as I'd like to try. I mean, we don't sort of go down the road holding hands and kissing in the street. We're not those sort of people, but it does concern me a smidge, and we're not even fussy. Like if I get my own bed, I'm happy.
Yeah,
and get more room. But we're not sure. But I would love to do that. But going back to the question,
they do look amazing ships. World
Europa was doing that, I think, for a time, and that's what really caught me out. And I would definitely like to try them. I remember when we saw the ship's model, the first time we ever saw the design, when we went on, was it Blissner? Because they have the models in the lobbies, the stairways, sorry, and there was a World Europa there at the time, and I was like, that looks amazing. It does look incredible. I would definitely try it. Our friends just come off it, I think. Vicky.
Yeah, World Europa. Yeah. We know a few people going World America, so yeah. One day, hopefully.
Never say never. Never. Well, we're just trying to fit it all in.
Right, here's one. How are you finding being travel agents now? How do you find the time? Okay, so I think when we went back to our first live after that, we said we'd be doing the bookings, but it's been quite busy. Yeah. So we've left it with Travel Village to handle all that.
And it's been working okay. And we spoke to Travel Village, and they were happy. Southampton Cruise Central, they're happy to carry on handling the calls. They're not. I think it's at the moment it's working. Yeah. So it's a bit like, well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I think we'll keep it going.
I think if we had to do it all ourselves, I think then it would be a struggle, and we wouldn't be able to provide the service then.
Exactly. Well, you've full-time job. I'm still flat out trying to do vlogs, and the thing is, like I said, this time of year as well, you only have to have something like Christmas thrown at you. You've got to decorate the house, got to make Christmas cakes, got to get things, got to wrap presents. It very quickly descends into chaos.
But yeah, so. And if anybody ever wants to drop us a message to get ideas, then we're always happy. We can always, throw ideas around.
Yeah, or even if you've got questions, you don't have to. I mean, it's nice that we do it on the that's something else. Before I forget, in the new year, this is a bit of an announcement. What we're going to look to do, I think it's actually probably going to start in February. We'll start it, won't we? The first weekend in February.
Yeah. Probably.
Every fortnight from that time on, we're going to do a live on a Sunday. So every fortnight from February, we're going to do that. Oh, we would have done it in January, but because we're away now in 2 weeks' time.
To be fair, probably start towards the end of January.
It might, we'll let you know in due course. But that's what we're aiming. We're saying at the moment, the first weekend of January is we're going to start, and every fortnight we'll do it. And then, obviously, if we go on a cruise, we'll aim to do it on the cruise. If we can't, we'll just have to miss one. But we'll do it when we get back. We might shift them, but that's the aim. Is it fortnightly for us? We're going to give it a go because we kind of like this, and we kind of feel we haven't got enough time. It just goes so quickly. Like tonight's probably going to be a little bit late because we're going to be doing around the house now.
Right. Are we going to try and do this?
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully the tech will work. And if somebody can let us know in the comments if you can hear us and stuff once I move, we'll take it on the top. I will not have enough hands. So.
Right. It's a shame.
Let's put Honey on.
Honey,
she's there.
Oh, You don't want to watch at the moment. She's licking her bum.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Honey. Really?
Perfect timing. She knows how to. She's had a bit of
Honey,
a faux
stop
pas,
it.
haven't you, Pep?
Right.
Right.
Put her on again. Right. This
Right,
should work.
And that's your real head this time. It's not the cushion head.
Hang on now. I've got concentrate here. I've really got to concentrate. That's that one.
It's not moving, is it? It's paused. All right, it's going now.
Do that. And then hide that one.
Okay.
And hopefully somebody can put in the comments if you can hear us and see that we're moving.
Right, what I'll do, shall I start in the kitchen and we'll come in?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see if somebody can say where they can see us and hear us. Can you see us and hear us? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Very quiet.
Is it because you haven't got the
All is good.
now, have you?
Okay.
Talk louder then.
You'd have to talk loud then, Luke.
Okay, I'll talk loud. So we can't go outside because it's blowing a hoolie out there at the moment, isn't it? So yeah, basically we've done outside this year. We've got some like funky things. We've got a gingerbread man. I have got a picture. I might put it on our Facebook group. You'll see what it looks like. Or you might have seen it in the intro actually. The little gingerbread man. Anyway, we've got these, which were from Poundland.
Yes.
They're a bargain for £1. Never seen them since, but they're lovely. So we put them on the doors. So we've got the snowman, the reindeer, and Santa. He's in the living room. He's just chilling out there. And then in here, then when we come in, we have just put that on the flue of the fan. Yeah, they were from the range. I love them. They're only about £1.50. Awesome. And then over here, we have these.
You might need to speak up, Luke.
Oh, I can't. I'm trying. So we've got these, which that was off my nan. That was from like Vince. It was posh. And yeah, this year we've just done this. I haven't got a tree in the downstairs loo this year with an naughty elf because the feet broke, and I had to put 2 trees together and jam it into that one. But it actually works better for hanging ornaments on because the other one didn't have enough branches really. They were sort of all tied on. So this is our window display for the kitchen. So that's that. And now let's go into the living room, shall we? You're being all weird with the camera. So yeah, as you come in, shall I turn this light on?
Yes.
Ta-da! So we have done our garland on the stairs, which we always do, and I always put my little Robin on there because I think he's nice. I have put the hats on the ships. Everyone always comments on those, but I didn't do them on the ones by the telly because Honey's tail keeps knocking them off, and I got fed up of picking hats up, and 1 or 2 of them went up the Hoover when I was hoovering. So I did buy more, but I thought no, I'm not going to keep doing that. Then this is new. We haven't got a fish tank anymore, folks. The fish, he died. So what we have here, I did have, a Christmas cactus. Was it a Christmas cactus off Lindsay? Yes. But it's flowered, so I put it up in the bedroom for now. And what I've done is, I've got this vase, and I put pine cones in it, and I had some Halloween spider's web and some of the icicle stuff, and I shoved it over the top and put holly, and now it looks like a Christmas pudding. So yeah, I put that there. That's just a bit fun. Yeah, then we've got the radio. Oh, this, you may have noticed the monkey. He was off a set. There was 3 of them. They used to hang on these like solar lights. We were going to put them down the shed, but the lights broke, so it was just a shame. But I decided to use them, and they sit in the tree perfectly. So there's that. And then we have our reindeer and snowman there. And the one we actually customised him. We put his little glasses on, didn't we? That was off your mum's doll.
Yep.
I think I say it every year, but he just looks cute. And then I've put these garlands up here, which are cable tied on, and they're all lit up. And then over here we have our angel tree. Yeah, it's all pretty much the same as actually. I bought the tree actually from B&M. It was about 140 quid, but it's quite nice. It's very bushy and fluffy, and it's nice. I love the whole flock thing. So, and then the angel last year, I did amplify here, and she had a wing enlargement, didn't she?
Yeah.
So basically, I bought it was a kid's angel wing set for like when they do nativities or whatever they do, and I actually managed to fix it to here, and I added some more feathers to it to make it look more. And then these here, I kind of like this. I just bought these little parcels from Amazon, the little plain box, and just wrapped them and put ribbons on them. They work really good in the tree. So they're there. And then at the bottom, we've just got 1 or 2 light up parcels, and we have like the basket thing to hide the feet, don't we?
Every set of your decorations are beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. And then this is new. We didn't do this before. You've probably seen them in IKEA. So we have a light up there, and Alexa, turn off the star. Here we go. Alexa, turn on the star. She turns it on. And she's very good because she actually controls everything in our house. So when we walk in and we say activate Christmas house, she turns the whole thing on, doesn't she?
Hopefully you can still kind of hear us, by the way.
And then over here we have, obviously I haven't got the hats on the ships. We've got 2 more monkeys, that's the other 2. 2 little trees on either side of the telly, and they're all lit up. I kind of like them. I used to put the snowman and the reindeer either side and Santa at the top, but I kind of like that. It looks better. And then we got Santa, and he has like food lights wrapped around his legs, so he glows like magic. So he's there. And then over here we have another garland. And then we have these reindeers. I love these. These were from Wilkinson's. They were lovely. I'm going to miss Wilkins. Yeah, and some trees. It's like a little winter wonderland. And I have got those trees outside, which I bought from Home Bargains for, I think they're like $12.99. But that sort of makes it look like it goes outside, doesn't it? And then this is new. What we do is we have these like, they look like they're made of rope, don't they? The cord is like rope, and it's like one of those fancy bulbs. And that's how we don't normally have this lamp here. We have a light that hangs on the wall, and there's one usually hangs in that corner over there. But normally that holds the ropes. We've got the octopus, so I put a hat on him just to keep the festive theme going on, didn't I? And then in here, then we have the Winter Wonderland, where we have the puppy. She is here. She's going to get up. So yeah, we have a wreath, which I have done. And we have those there. I don't know if anyone's ever thought of doing that. You see these hanging signs over. They work really good if you put them on a wreath. They're just awesome. And they're only about £1 or £2, don't they? Something like that. Then we have this little tree over here. Yeah, you can't really see, can you? Because
you can see it better now.
Gavin has put a garland across the top up there. And then we have some snowflakes, which are hung off the conservatory ceiling with sticky suction hooks, which we've also done with this starburst. I didn't see that this year. That was from Home Bargains last year, but yes, we've got that. And then over there, these are new, and I hid all the works with that snow drape stuff just to hide it. And this is the biggest tree we have, which is 2 trees, which I put. I think it was a 6-foot tree and a 3-foot tree, and I put them together. Yeah, and that's that. I haven't got all the parcels at the bottom this year because we knew we were doing parties and things. They come out quite fast, so I wanted to squash it into the corner a bit tighter. So we've just got the little panda, polar bear, and the penguin down there.
And you've got your little trees there as well.
Those little trees which I was on about before. We've got a little gonk Santa. He's hiding in the battery box. Yeah, and then we also have our snow projector. Last year we put it in the top of the tree.
I can't show you it because it'll get all weird.
Funny, but basically I can. Alexa, turn off the snow. She turns it off normally.
There you go.
So you don't have to have it on, or you can just say to it, Alexa, make it snow. And then she turns it on. She makes the jingling sound, and then it comes on like that. And it looks like it's snowing.
Cool. So, do you want to sit back down, and I'll try and get us back onto the normal camera.
Okay.
So we might go quiet for a second, but we will be back in about.
Oh, and we have this as well.
10 seconds.
This is our centerpiece for the table, which is just one of those giant wine. This is like my kind of wine glass, and we've just filled it with crystals, and I got like this little. Yeah, it was a Christmas tree decoration. He just sits here with the lights.
Okay. Nice. I'll put you back on Honey for a second.
Honey's got prime time TV. Oh, you should. Back.
Right. You should now be able to hear us again a lot clearer than we were when we were on the other one.
Because we've now gone to the proper microphone again.
Yes.
The other thing was on the phone. I do apologise. But, well, we weren't sure we were going to be able to do that.
No.
Oh, you forgot to mention as well, you put these little vinyl window stickers.
Oh, yeah, you can see them behind us.
He put them up as well. You spent ages, you painstakingly hung them or stuck them all to the window, didn't you? But you like them. I quite like them too. It brings something to it. So yes, this is a tour of our house. Unfortunately, I can't show you outside. Gavin's thirsty now.
I'm thirsty now. Holding that camera's thirsty work. I wasn't doing any talking, but.
So yeah, I hope you like our Christmas house. If you have any questions, let me know. So yeah, so basically, we got to talk about Falmouth. We've
talked about Falmouth. Let me just quickly go through them and see if there's no questions from that. I don't think there were, but let's have a quick look. So yeah, we're very sorry. We're very quiet, and unfortunately, because it was on the iPhone, we didn't have the decent microphone.
Yeah,
sound
has gone. Yeah, well, we should have. We next time we'll get the clip. There's a microphone you can clip into the side of that, can't you? It might pick us up better.
But yeah, let's have a look.
Right, so it doesn't look like there's any
no
questions, which is good. Because now I can move swiftly on for the final section of the live. Luke's breaking everyone's Alexas across the UK. At least I didn't do my Star Trek stuff and say fire photon torpedoes and red alert and all that. So I'm doing that, is it?
So yeah. So any questions? we're going to stay on. We planned about an hour, but if we run over a bit, we'll run over. So if you've got any questions, feel free to pop them in. But we'll just quickly go over.
So yeah, basically we were invited by Fred Olsen and A&P Falmouth to go down and see Balmoral while she was in dry dock. Normally we'd say it was too far away, we wouldn't do something like that. However, it's one of those experiences that I just couldn't say no to. I've always wanted to witness it and experience it myself. Years and years ago, we were invited to Iona when she was being constructed in Maywift, isn't it? Yes.
It was Iona.
It was Iona. She was being constructed, and it was us and several other YouTubers or influencers at the time. But unfortunately, it was clearly stated in the invite that we weren't allowed to take any photos, make any recordings, any videos, nothing. And at which point, all of us pretty much turned around and said, unfortunately, we're not going then. Because what's the point? It was a long way. I mean, obviously, the invite and the experience was free, but we'd have to pay for our own flights. And so we didn't do that, which I always kick myself for, because sometimes I think maybe I should have just gone just to see it. It would have been an experience for me. So when this one came along, we thought we were going to bite the hand off. Yep. So we did go, and we did drive, as we said, 6 hours.
Well, until we did the health and safety induction, which said you can't use your phones or anything. We were like, oh
yeah, no. I think they meant that you would be talking on a mobile phone walking around. And it was more geared towards health and safety as a worker.
Yeah. To be fair, when we arrived here, they said feel free to take as many photos. Once we're at the ship, take as many photos as you want, as many videos as you want. There was no kind of restrictions there, was there? So it started off, we had a stay at the Green Bank Hotel in Falmouth, which is lovely, by the way. They also gave us a Christmas dinner. Yeah, very nice.
Very, very nice. Really enjoyed that. And breakfast was also included. That was lovely, wasn't it? And as we said, we did actually extend our stay. We booked an additional night, which we're glad we did, because we really did enjoy it. Anyway, we went off then to the A&P port. We had a very brief health and safety thing.
Yeah, another one.
We had to then put on, we had the hard hats, the PPE, we put the high vis and all on. And then they took us basically straight to the dry dock. We all had these little cards. We had to put them in a little wooden thing, didn't we, like a safety thing, so they knew where we were in the dry dock. And then we went down, and first we went to see we saw the propellers. Yeah. And we actually got to touch the hull, and I was quite amazed. The hull felt, the paint you'd expect it to feel like metal, but it felt rubbery, like silicone. It was really strange. And they did actually say they'd put a certain paint on the ship. They don't use anti-fouling anymore, because they said that breaks off and falls off the ship. And obviously with the environmental implications, they now use this different paint. At the time, it was just a cream, like an undercoat. They hadn't put the red on at the time.
We were there on Thursday, and it was a creamy, beigey kind of
as that, I can't remember that gentleman's name, the guy who was doing the tour, but he basically said they were giving Balmoral a slippery bottom because she'll glide through the water easier. They'd also invested quite a lot into the propulsion aspect of it. I think they said they did work. They've now got variable pitch blades on the things on the propellers. So basically, the ship doesn't have to physically change gear type of thing. It can just, the blades change, so it can slow itself down, speed itself up. It can go different directions.
That's all very geeky.
And they've even had these little anodes on the ends of the blades because of the static, which I thought was just all very, very interesting stuff. Things you wouldn't actually think of, but they thought of everything. And it was just a unique opportunity. And when you stood underneath a ship like that and you see the crazy close, it is like one of those wow, pinch me moments. It's pretty epic. Anyway, we couldn't walk through the dry dock to get to the bow of the ship. We had to go back up the steps, across the top, and then back down. There's some other steps at the front, because obviously there was a lot of work going on, and they wanted us to stay safe, which is fair enough. Then we got to see the bulbous bow, didn't we?
Which was touched the anchor.
Touched the anchor. They had all the chain was all pulled out and everything. It was brilliant. It was really, to see a ship like that and stand there was just God. It was wow, astounding. So yeah, after that, then we went back up to board the ship basically. We had to go up a very steep gangway. Then we went in, and basically they'd made some improvements to the ship. Obviously, she was getting updated cabins. They were updating the decor, new carpets, that sort of thing, which we did see. They were laying carpet while we were there, weren't they? And then there's been some improvements to we've got a new Thistle restaurant, haven't they?
Yes, the kind of the buffet-ish.
Yeah, so that was all redone, which looked, from what we saw, amazing. But we have seen pictures since, and it is It's shocking actually
Really
how
good.
quick they did that from the day we were on, because we were on the Thursday. The ship was leaving on the Saturday, wasn't it?
She was flown out on Saturday, and then I
Yeah.
think she's picking up passengers on the Monday.
So given when we saw some of those rooms, I mean, there was nothing in them. They were like redoing them. The window panel was all off the porthole. Everything, it was crazy. And to think that that was going to be a room that someone was going to stay in, it was going to be all kitted out.
Yeah.
That was bonkers. But they did it. They pulled it off. The other improvement they made to the ship was they've now got these new screens, which they did in the theatre.
Oh yeah,
that was a big investment in that, and it did look pretty good actually. The ship, given her age, I mean, she's basically my age, and she didn't look that old.
No, she looked really good.
She's looking good for her age, and the ship, obviously, they were doing stuff on the ship. So yeah, it's nice to see. It was lovely.
If you have a look on Instagram, Cruise Monkeys UK, and possibly Facebook as well, we have put a short 90-second video up of the day. And we're hoping to get something a bit longer out.
Yeah, I'm working on it. That'll probably, what I'm going to do is, if I get the Britannia one hopefully finished after Christmas Eve, that's my aim. And then between Christmas and New Year, I've already started this Balmoral video. I'm hoping to get something put together. So that might go up then, tie us over. And then, of course, we're going away pretty much not long after that. So then there'll be a little break.
But a lot of people have asked around, do we show you around the ship and stuff? Unfortunately, it was a building site, so everything was kind of covered in kind of wood protective.
It was like a fire protection stuff, obviously, to stop fire, because they don't want an incident like the Normandy, do they? Yeah. So they only really shown us, I'd say, what they were improving. So like these new features on the ship, such as the propulsion, they shown us that. Then they shown us obviously the screens and all in the theatre. They shown us the improvements to that restaurant, didn't they? They were just going through the big changes they were making, the changes that people were looking forward to see.
But we did get to see the engine control room.
We did see the engine control room, and we also went to it was like some sort of storage hold.
It was stores, wasn't it?
Yeah, where they do all the inventory, and they do all that. We did see that.
No, really interesting behind the scenes bit.
Yeah, we were shown because as we were walking down the corridors, like all the panels were off, and you could see all the pipes and the tubes and the wires. And we did at one point, he did say, this is where the ship was originally, it was cut in half. It was extended, wasn't it? And they put a whole section in the middle.
Yeah.
So
if you're on board the ship, you can tell because the doors change colour. But we actually saw the metal.
We could physically see it, which was really impressive. It's so interesting. It really was. So yes, it was I'd say once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. I don't know if we'll ever get an opportunity like that again. It'd be nice if we do, and I definitely do it again. I think I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, it was great. And then seeing Stephen Payne as well. I mean, he wasn't actually there on behalf of Fred. He was actually there on behalf of Sailor Magazine. They'd sent him in their place because they couldn't make it. So he was just there as well to write about it.
It was good. It was a really good experience. And to be fair, the drive down wasn't too bad. It was a long old day down, the long old day back. So
I think that's actually the longest, hardest part of the journey is Wales. Yeah, it's a joke.
But that extra night we had in Falmouth as well was quite nice. Yeah. Got to explore the town a little bit.
Had a nice walk around. You had a Cornish pasty, and
you had one as well.
Oh, I had a chicky dinner pasty, didn't I? But we should have gone to.
But no, it was nice. We could have done probably another night there. To be fair,
could have actually. I would have enjoyed that. Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully at some point we'll do a UK British Isles cruise maybe, and we'll end up there.
We've actually thought about that because it's quite embarrassing. There's friends we have from America who've been to places in the UK I've never even been to, and I live here. I'm British, and I have not been to these places. I've never been to Scotland. We've only ever been to. We went to Dublin, and we've been to Wexford and Rosslea. That's the only place I've been to in Ireland. Been to the Isle of Wight when I was a kid. But that's it. Yeah. We haven't been anywhere. I haven't even seen like the Tower of London or nothing. And it's quite bad. So maybe, as I like cruising and getting around the country is annoying if you've got to drive. So if we go on a cruise, we can sit back, sip drinks, and go around the UK. So maybe we can consider doing that. Actually, I mean, most of us though, from this country, we still go, I'm not going to cruise around the UK. I'll just go abroad. It's hot and sunny. But I'm a bit over I like the hot and sun. It's nice and all. Don't get me wrong. But I don't really care anymore. I'm getting older, I think. So, yeah.
Kate Smith says she's hoping to see the Tower of London soon.
Yeah, I'd love to. I've never even been there.
Question here around school holiday cruise offers. I did put something up the other day. I think it was Scottish school holidays, that one. That was quite reasonable. But yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? School holidays, because demand is so high, the prices are high. The other one is solo passengers also get a raw deal.
They get the shit end of the stick, don't they? They really do.
I can't put a bleep on that. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, it just comes out. It comes out. And
It's all right. It's after 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay,
it's past
the watershed.
yeah,
We're
past
fine.
watershed.
We're fine.
As long as I don't watch it on replay, it's fine.
As I said, the ship end of the stick. I didn't say. Yeah. You just misheard me.
So I'm just trying to say, I don't think we've got any questions. If you've got any questions, pop them in now because we're about to finish.
Yes, we're going to let you all go and enjoy your Christmas. And we hope you all have a fantastic New Year as well. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. I hope you're all excited. And I hope you get what you want for Christmas. And yeah, I hope it's going to be lovely and festive for you all. So yeah, that's probably it from us.
I can see 2 things have come into chat. Have a quick look in here.
Say 8 a.m. Okay,
and sunny and warm as well.
Probably
I bet
as well.
Fate, isn't it?
Yeah,
unlike here.
We're actually very lucky. I thought for a minute we were going to get a belt of hail or rain come down because when it rains in here, it's quite loud. Luckily, it didn't rain. No, so that was awesome. So yes. I think really all we've got to say is thank you very much for all your support this year. Yeah, that really does mean the world to us, and we really appreciate it. And thank you to all those who came on our group cruise. We really were blown away by it. We had so much fun. It was actually quite sad making the last episode today, or when I was editing it, it's quite sad. But yeah, we had a really good time. So thank you for coming on that. We will look into doing another one. I can't say when it'll be. Maybe next year, maybe the year after. Because as I said, I'd like to give it about a year if we can. Give you a bit of notice. But we'll see. Yeah, keep tuned. We have lots of with this year as well. I don't know if we've actually said this. We are aiming to try and get some new. Sorry, yeah, I'm saying this year. You know what I mean? We're practically there. We're going to try and get some new cruise lines in. Yes. We're going to try and go out of our way to get a bit of variation, a bit of new content, new experiences. Yeah, really mix it up a little bit. We might have 1 or 2 we'll go back on, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. So yeah, stay tuned. I've put all our stuff along the bottom there. So the Facebook group, pop over there if you've got any questions. If we can't answer them, hopefully somebody else in the group can. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook as well. So in January, when we go on our cruise, we'll be putting up hints that day. Okay. So you can get an idea of where we're going.
I know some people in this chat know. Yeah. But they've kept it quiet.
They're very good. Thank you very much for those in the chat that know. I haven't said anything. So we have told our patrons, so they know. Yeah. I'm trying to think. So yeah, as well, I think we mentioned it earlier. In January, we're launching a little giveaway for anybody who gets a cruise quote with us, basically. Yeah. You don't have to book, just a quote. So look out for that. That's coming January the 1st. I think anything else, just make sure you give the video a like. Yeah. Subscribe.
Share it with your friends. Get them to subscribe. And just have a happy Christmas, everybody. Yes. And I wish you a wonderful New Year.
Hope you have a fab one.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Cheers.